Now, so you will watch the Super Bowl?
I don't know. My wife keeps asking me. It's still a little fresh for me. They're going to be showing highlights of our game, and I'm sure that I'll have it on, and my sons will watch it. But to say I'm really excited to turn on the Super Bowl on Sunday, I can't say that with confidence.
Yeah, I understand.
What do you think of the matchup? I guess. I mean, do you have it? I mean, I'm not asking for a prediction, but I mean,
yeah,
a feel for this matchup.
The only time I've watched Philly live was in the championship game. They played right before us, and so you're trying to kill time in the locker room, and that's really the only time I've watched them from start to finish. I've had some crossover tape with their offense that I've watched as we're getting ready for an opponent's defense. I don't think I've watched one snap of their defense. So I know some of the names of the players, but that's the unique thing about the Super Bowl. It's cross conference. And so you probably haven't seen any footage of the crossover offense or defense that you're going to go against until you get ready for the Super Bowl. Whereas playing Kansas City in the AFC Championship game, we played them many, many times. And so we kind of knew what to expect. But the Super Bowl is a whole different animal. You're getting ready for 2 weeks on a team that you really have had a limited information on.
Zach, well, I'll tell you one thing about Philly. They have 70 sacks.
Yeah, I did know that. I did know that. I remember seeing when they traded for Robert Quinn. And, they've had these D tackles and DNs there for 10 years now. And those guys have been playing at a high level. Brandon Graham and all these guys. And we played them 2 years ago. We tied them during the COVID year with no fans in the stadium. And they've just had a good defense ever since. And their offensive line has always been one of the top in the NFL. So as I get talking to them, more of the players, come to my mind of who they got and who's coaching them. And they've done a great job this year.
Well, what is a Super Bowl week like, Zach? I mean, you went through it as a head coach, just going in for a week. I mean, you were part of some big bowl games like a Cotton Bowl, but obviously the Super Bowl much bigger. I mean, what's a week like going on a road trip like that on a stage like the Super Bowl?
It's 2 weeks. So the first day you spend on the logistics. The first Monday and Tuesday are more logistical stuff to get the family situated, the players and coaches situated, because they got a lot of questions that way. We game planned like we normally would for the next 3 days. I remember by Friday night being exhausted that first week just because of the excitement, the preparation, the logistical stuff you go through. We took a day off during the weekend, and then you travel. I think these teams traveled on Sunday. You do the media stuff on Monday. They'll have a day off on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's a normal week. So Wednesday's base downs, Thursday's third down, Friday's red zone, and then Saturday they'll have a walkthrough and get ready for it. But you try to stay locked in. I've seen a lot of the media coverage this week. I didn't even realize how much media coverage there was because you're so much in your own bubble. You're practicing, you're meeting, you're not turning on the TV. You're really oblivious to a lot of it unless you're face-to-face doing an interview. And then, Sunday night comes around and The Rock stands out there at midfield before kickoff for 10 minutes unexpectedly. And you're wondering what the heck is going on. He kind of gave a big 10-minute speech, right, as our team was lined up for kickoff. And I'm thinking, what is happening right now? So you just want to play the game, get to that moment as quickly as possible. But there's a lot of excitement involved in it too.